What if the right magnification could turn guesses into dead-on hits with your 6mm ARC? Today, we're breaking down the best scope magnification for 6mm ARC so you see targets clearer and shoot smarter. Welcome back to the channel. Stay tuned for real guidance and honest picks. Grab the best options naturally through the links in the description below. The number 5 product on our list is Leupold VX5 HD Scope. Most shooters chasing the 6mm ARC never realize their biggest enemy is not recoil or wind, but wasted magnification that hides more than it reveals. That frustration fades quickly once the glass starts working with the cartridge instead of against it. This scope steps into that role with a balanced 3 to 15 power range that feels tailor-made for the flat shooting nature of the 6mm ARC. Targets stay crisp without forcing excessive zoom, and the illuminated fire dot reticle draws the eye naturally when light drops during early or late hunts. The CDSZL2 elevation system brings order to long-range dialing by locking out accidental movement while still allowing smooth multi-turn adjustments for distance work. Side focus parallax keeps the image sharp from awkward field positions and removes the blur that often steals precision at mid to long ranges. Guard ion lens coating quietly sheds water and dust so clarity stays consistent without constant cleaning. Compared to heavier competition optics that push extreme magnification, this setup feels lighter and faster, though it gives up ultra-high zoom for real-world usability. The upside is balanced clarity and intuitive dialing that suits hunters and precision shooters alike. The downside is price, which places it firmly in the premium tier. This scope is for shooters who want dependable magnification control for a 6mm ARC build that sees both field and range time. It replaces second guessing with calm focus and ends each session with the sense that every adjustment finally makes sense. At number 4 is Vortex Venom first focal plane scope. Long-range shooters often discover too late that magnification without control only magnifies mistakes. That realization is where this optic earns attention. Built around a serious 5 to 25 power range, it brings structure to the flat shooting personality of the 6mm ARC instead of overwhelming it. The first focal plane reticle stays true across every zoom level, allowing holes and measurements to remain consistent when distance changes quickly. That solves a common problem for shooters who bounce between steel and field positions and hate relearning their holds. The glass delivers sharp detail edge to edge, keeping targets readable even when light fades and mirage starts creeping in. Turret travel feels generous and precise, giving room to dial without running out of adjustment during longer shots. The zero-stop system adds relief after complex strings, making it easy to return to baseline without second-guessing. Side parallax adjustment keeps focus clean from awkward shooting angles and speeds up transitions. Compared with lighter hunting scopes that top out earlier, this one leans toward competition-style performance, though it carries extra weight that some hunters may notice on long walks. The upside is versatility and repeatability across distances that the 6mm ARC loves to explore. The downside is bulk for minimalist builds. This scope fits shooters who train seriously, compete on weekends, or demand consistency from their ballistic data. It turns complex dialing into a smooth routine and ends each session with the quiet satisfaction that distance finally feels predictable rather than intimidating. The third one on our list is Vortex Strike Eagle Scope. Speed can matter just as much as precision when the 6mm ARC starts stretching its legs, and that balance is where this scope makes its mark. Many shooters struggle to find an optic that feels natural at close range, yet still supports disciplined shots at distance. This design answers that with a true 1-power view that feels instinctive and fast, then smoothly transitions into higher magnification when distance demands patience. The wide zoom range supports the versatile nature of the cartridge and keeps targets readable without forcing constant mental adjustment. An illuminated BDC-style reticle pulls the eye in quickly and offers practical hold references for known distances, which removes hesitation during real-world shooting. The updated magnification ring with an integrated lever speeds transitions and keeps the shooter engaged rather than fumbling. Glass clarity stays strong thanks to thoughtful coatings that help during early mornings and fading light. Compared to larger, long-range focused optics, this one feels lighter and more agile, though it does give up extreme top-end magnification. The upside is versatility and ease of use across multiple scenarios. The downside is that pure long-range competitors may want more zoom for tiny targets. This scope suits shooters building a dynamic 6mm ARC rifle for mixed use, from close drills to mid-range steel. It delivers strong value by simplifying choices and keeping focus on execution. Each session ends with a calm sense that the rifle is ready for whatever distance comes next without needing a second thought. On number 2 is Vortex Crossfire 2 Scope. Most shooters underestimate how much missed opportunity comes from fighting their scope instead of reading the shot. That tension shows up fast when running a 6mm ARC, a cartridge that rewards balance more than brute magnification. This optic steps in as a steady middle ground, offering a 4 to 12 power range that feels usable rather than excessive. The dead-hold BDC reticle simplifies holdover decisions at varying distances, which helps when time is limited and ranging feels rushed. Long eye relief and a forgiving eye box allow quick target pickup, keeping the shooting rhythm smooth instead of forced. Fully multi-coated lenses keep the image bright and clear in changing light, which matters more than raw zoom when detail starts fading. The fast focus eyepiece makes setup quick and avoids constant reticle fiddling. Built on a solid single-piece tube, it handles recoil and field use without feeling delicate. Compared to higher-end tactical scopes designed for extreme dialing, this one trades advanced turret systems for simplicity and lighter handling, though it lacks fine, long-range adjustment depth. The upside is approachability and dependable clarity for real-world shooting. The downside is that precision competitors may want more advanced controls. This scope suits hunters, practical shooters, and anyone building a versatile 6mm ARC rifle without overcomplicating the setup. It brings relief by reducing mental load and lets focus return to fundamentals. Each shot feels calmer, more deliberate, and guided by glass that supports the moment, instead of demanding attention. Now moving to the last one is CVLIFE AO Scope. The first time a shooter dials past mid-range and still sees clean detail instead of blur, something clicks mentally and the rifle suddenly feels more capable. That shift is exactly where this optic finds its purpose. Many shooters running a 6mm ARC struggle with scopes that either run out of magnification or lose clarity when pushed hard. This design answers that problem with a generous 6 to 24 power range that lets the cartridge stretch without forcing extreme zoom habits. The adjustable objective helps tame parallax at distance, keeping the sight picture steady and reducing eye fatigue during long strings. Red and green illumination adds flexibility when lighting changes, helping the reticle stay visible without overpowering the target. Fine click adjustments allow careful dialing, which matters when chasing small steel or paper groups where tiny corrections make a difference. Compared to premium long-range scopes that demand a heavy investment, this option focuses on practical reach and usable features, though it lacks the refined glass and turret feel of higher-tier competitors. The upside is clear value and extended magnification for shooters exploring distance on a budget. The downside is extra size and weight that may feel bulky on lightweight builds. This scope suits range-focused shooters, newer long-range enthusiasts, and anyone experimenting with the effective limits of a 6mm ARC without committing to ultra-expensive glass. It replaces hesitation with steady progress and turns each session into a learning experience that feels rewarding rather than frustrating, finishing the day with the sense that distance no longer feels intimidating. So guys, that brings us to the end of our video on the best scope magnification for 6mm ARC you can buy right now. We've carefully covered a range of options designed for different hunting styles, environments, and budgets, so you can choose with confidence and avoid wasting your hard-earned money. All the product links are added in the description below, so take a moment to check them out, compare features, and pick the binocular that truly matches your terrain, game, and personal needs. If this video helped you in any way, whether it saved you time, cleared your confusion, or helped you avoid a bad purchase, please hit the like button. It genuinely motivates us and tells YouTube that honest, no-nonsense gear content matters. And if you're serious about hunting gear and outdoor equipment, make sure to subscribe. We've got more in-depth reviews, real night testing, comparisons, and practical tips coming your way. Thanks for watching, stay safe, happy hunting, and see you in the next one.